Sneaky Business by Mier. Here's a tutorial for Sneaky Business. To play this piece, it would be helpful if you know, number one, where all the A's are on the piano, and in particular you need to know where this middle A is, where this bass A is, which is the bottom space of the bass clef. You also need to know where treble A is, which is the second space in the treble clef. So I would practice putting your hands first in those A positions and warming them up. And then doing it an octave higher. All right. Now another thing you need to know is that the first note starts on that first space A. Here's middle C. Here's bass C. And so I'm talking about this low A here. Now, if you look in the music, you'll notice it says to use your thumb on it. So think, if you put your hand in A position, you can't reach the notes that you need to reach. To do that, you need to put your thumb on the A. And so therefore, you now can reach these notes, which are below the A position, and they get into those ledger lines. So here's the A, first space. There's the G, bottom line. That's below the staff and bass clef, and there is that first ledger line below the staff, the bass staff. That is not a C, that is an E. And we have this walking bass, which is repeated in an ostinato form. All right, now if you keep your hand, then you'll notice that the next note of measure 5 goes to that D, which is the ledger line. It's a space note. It goes below that E. Now, I have a D sharp. Sharps go to the right, so I'm going to use the next finger. So I have to contract to get over there. And then the next note is the E again, not C, but they're right next to each other. And then I repeat that note with a new finger because I need enough fingers to get back to the A. Watch. Here comes that ledger line D. I contract, and there's the E replace. So I would practice that a lot, measure 5. This sense of moving close together, replace, and then go back up. 8 is pretty easy. Now, at measure 11, I have to shift, and I shift to this A position. And if you think of your 1 chord in A, there it is. And if you think of the 4 chord, there it is. The measure 11 is the top of that inverted 4 chord. Here it is. And then it goes down to what looks like a 1 chord without the middle. And it goes back and forth. All right? Then on measure 17, we have a descending A minor scale starting on an E. Follow the fingering, and it puts you back into the A ostinato position, just like the beginning. Notice the fingering isn't written, but it's assumed you'll use the same fingering. Follow the fingering here. And that next note is the low A, which may be beyond. Okay, there's the left hand. Right hand is in middle A minor position. There's the 2 ledger line A, middle C and E, and they have ties to them. Then measure 5, I have to quickly move over to a new place. I put my 3 on an F. Back to. And measure 9, I have to move again to a new place. Back again to A minor position. Now that D sharp, don't try this. You don't need to do that. Look, you have there, you have a staccato. You can simply think over to the right. Just move quickly. Then I shift up to the treble A minor position. Watch my thumb. I move in so that it can expand slightly to the G sharp, and it comes back to the A. Measure 19 is like the beginning. I shift again quickly. I go back to that A minor position. And again, I go over to that new position. Watch my thumb. See it moving down this way, and notice I had to move in to do that. Yep, that's the sound. And there's your final sound. One more time. Here comes that scale, back to middle position. Hear that mistake?